Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dearest Shenzhen family. Welcome to the first Heaven Nature Heart Contemplation series with Teacher Jing. This is our first ever contemplation series, and we'd like to do something a little different. I'm Tanya, your host today. We have Sigal as our assistant teacher and Guy as our co-host. We all love Shenzhen practice, and the movement is like our hardware. It's one part of our practice. Contemplation is our software. Together, they are complete. So we are full inside and outside. Master Li received the movement. Teacher Jing received the contemplation. So we'd like today to really go deep into contemplation and go deep into the fullness of our software. Here's Teacher Jing.
Hi, Shenzhen family. So happy to meet you here. Welcome to our first contemplation series. We choose this form, Heaven Nature Heart Contemplation, as our first class. This is a wonderful practice, as many of us will love this very much. The heart is the essence of our body. It unites our physical body and our soul together. As our host Tanya just mentioned, the physical body is like hardware, and the soul, something we cannot see but really exists, is like our software, and the contemplation speaking to our heart. Before we start the contemplation discussion, let's review the first movement, boat rowing in the stream of air. Please stand up. Follow me. 中天 movement. Blow. And the nature heart contemplation. First movement. Boat rowing in the stream of air. Relax your body. Follow me. Ready? Begin. 1, 2. 1, 2. Inhale. Exhale. 1, 2. Continue for a while. 1, 2. Last 3 times. Finish. And now, please go to chat. Let us know if you have practiced this form before. Have you learned it from my father, from Master Li, or from other Shenzhen teachers? If yes, please tap 1. And if you haven't done this before, this is the first time, please type 2. So let us know how many of you already learned this form. By the way, as you are giving us some feedback, no matter you learned it before or not, you can join this class anyhow. We concentrate on the software, the contemplation. But meanwhile, you can still subscribe and sign up to Master Li's class. He concentrates in teaching the movement and the flavor, as well as part of the contemplation. Yeah, I see some friend is a first timer, and majority already learned this heaven, nature, heart contemplation. You all are welcome. Okay. Now let's quieten our heart. This class mainly to introduce us to a life knowledge that maybe others they do not know, but this is essential to everybody's well-being, as well as a key point to enlightenment. Now, let me give you an example. This example is like a story. First of all, we want to know at our birth what happened. And before we leave this life, at the end of this life, what will happen? So usually people have this question in their psychology classes. Who am I? Where do I come from? Where I'm going? Why I'm here in this life, right? So this knowledge is related with our class. The contemplation of heaven nature, heart contemplation. This form, the contemplation from the first moment, is like telling us how we were born. And at the end, it's telling us after a fullness, after a beautiful fullness, wholeness lifetime, what can we achieve? How do we go on? So this contemplation, heaven, nature, heart contemplation, it's like described an entire lifespan for each one of us. And it is also a description toward success. If a person want to have a successful life, how do we do? Huh? How nice, how beautiful. We have all of this essential knowledge in heaven, nature, heart contemplation. So here is my introduction. Before we were born in mother's womb, oh, there is this squeeze. We're about to come out. Usually, remember this word, not every case, but majority cases, usually, our spirit, the software, enters the hardware. And very interesting, this software has 2 layers, outside and someone inside. You can visualize this, for example, like a driver sit in the car, right? The car is outside and the driver is inside. Anyhow, this is your software. So we have the soul carries the spirit. The spirit is comparable to the driver, and the soul is comparable to the car. Anyhow, the driver drives the car from far away, enters baby's crown. The car parks in the heart, and the soul parks in the heart, the car, and the spirit, the driver, stays in our where? Could you please type? Because most of you already joined my father's class. So what's this place behind? Yes, Alexon is the fastest. Alexon said Niwan. Yes, Alexon, and everybody answered it right. The car is comparable to the soul parks at our heart. The spirit is comparable to the driver, stays and resides in our Niwan. This is at birth, so we're complete. The moment the baby comes out from mother's body, we are complete. We have software and hardware. And at that moment, the baby doesn't have any worry because the baby is a newborn baby, never encountered any difficulty. As a purest, happiest baby. However, after whole life practice, there's rubbing, there's hardship, there's happiness, there's sore, there's hardship, there's pain. After whole life, at the end, everybody goes like this, except some special cases. Maybe in the later class, we discuss the special cases like a suicide. Okay. Now we talk about usually our majorities ending. Everybody end life like this. At the last moment, we decide this body is reaches the end and the software is ready to go. So the process reverse. The car start first. Go up. Pick up the driver. Still goes out from Baihui. Up. You see? The process reverse. When they came, the car take the driver. First, send the driver to Niwan. And the car goes down parking. And at the end of our days, the car start, picks up the driver, and they go. Okay. Talking about birth and death, this is not only a person's life, but this is also the process toward success. Why we say this? Later on in our contemplation discussion, we will open this page. We will elaborate more. And now let's meditate and let's invite Sigal to read the contemplation of first movement, boat rowing in the stream of air. This is the first movement. This is the movement describes the birth of a person, the birth of success. And now Sigal will read and everybody follow me. Left hand on top, left hand over right. Come to the sitting meditation position. You may open your eyes, or if you like, you can close your eyes. Relax your body. Take a deep breath.
Air. This is a very soft and gentle movement. This cultivates virtue and good character. Clouds rise up from the mist. The heart follows the mind. Cheerful thoughts are wandering through the mind. You are carefree and light, as if flying through the clouds. Life originates from nature. It should be as if you were born and never suffered any pain, nor ever had any worry. You are innocent and carefree as a newborn child. Life was given to humanity to enjoy. In returning to simplicity and in becoming childlike, one can find one's true nature. One can enjoy life under any circumstance. There are seeds of joy planted everywhere in the world. Lightness of heart is the essence to finding this blessed joy in one's life. This movement connects heaven and earth and the universe. It draws the chi of the universe into your body through the 5 energy gateways: the soles of the feet, the center of the palms of the hands, and the crown of the head, to the Dantian, the storehouse of energy below the navel. While doing this movement, chi surrounds your entire body and enters it through the skin pores. This movement is good for all kinds of internal diseases.
Take a deep breath and slowly open your eyes. Actually, I recommend when you come to this program, when you come to this class, please take your Shengzhen book. If you have the book, we can open the page together. Sigal just read it for us, and now read it by our own eyes. First, it describes the feeling of this movement. This movement is very soft and gentle, as well as light. So it says, this is a very soft and gentle movement, right? When we do it, the movement is soft and gentle. This cultivates virtue and a good character. Why it says about virtue and good character? Remember, I already disclosed the secret point. Heaven, nature, heart contemplation. It's not only talking about somebody's birth until somebody's death, but also about everybody's success. In order to have a successful life, virtue is ultimate important. In Chinese language, it said 厚德载物. Maybe Tanya can also help me to translate. 厚 means thick, not thin, but thick. 德 is virtue. 载 is carry. 物 is things. Means this life, no matter how successful or how much material life you have, how wealthy you can get, how famous you can get, how successful you can get, it all depends on thick virtue, depends on vastness of virtue. If the virtue is very little, virtue is very thin, even suddenly you earn millions of dollars, you play Total Lotto, you still can lose it, true, like that. So at the end, who carries your success is your virtue and a good character. Not right away be mad with your employees and right away unhappy with your family members. This is not a good character. So this already telling us there are many subtle implications, very subtle meanings behind these words, behind this sentence. That's why I want to open this class and to discuss with our practitioners. After that, clouds rise up from the mist. Clouds rise up from the mist. Is the mist thicker or the clouds thicker? Of course, the clouds, right? So the clouds rise up from the mist. This is telling about our physical body. It from the lighter form, qi, becomes denser form, bones. Also telling us our software from far away until going to our body. So things are always like that. In order to have successful life, in the beginning, you have a faint idea, and then you make the idea more and more clear. It become a clear idea, a firm idea. So this is not about a life, also about success. The relationship between our heart and our mind. In this way, we can also understood mind as intent. So this sentence, the contemplation you can read, the heart follows the mind. You can also understood the heart follows the intent. How many people at birth right away cultivating the heart? When you were 3 years old, do you cultivate your heart? We are not aware of that yet. At that age, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, 6, 7, 8, 9, we follow the intent. If a child in the beginning is nourished by the parents with a good intent, helping other people, the heart is also naturally cultivated. So the heart follows the mind. This says, actually, I hope a lot of young parents can join our Shenzhen practice, beginning from heaven, nature, heart contemplation. Even before the mama getting pregnant, we should starting with this practice first. It's really beneficial. Beneficial not only for the mother herself, but also for her entire family, for her babies. Cheerful thoughts are wandering through the mind as you are doing the movement. It's just there's a delightful feeling, as if you were a newborn child, never suffered anything. This beautiful feeling gives you the hope of next day's life. So the hope comes from the power of beauty. The entire Shenzhen practice, the power of beauty is built in every practice. If you begin with heaven heart, nature heart contemplation, you experience this even clearer because the movement, the range is big and every movement is in flow. Some form like awaken the soul, we have some movement stay there, right? In heaven, nature, heart contemplation, every movement is in flow. The heart follows the mind. Cheerful thoughts are wandering through the mind. You are carefree and light, as if flying through the clouds. Flying is a free feeling. When you do the movement, when you practice movement, you feel like you are flying in the sky. Rowing the boat is like rowing the boat going directly higher and higher. The river is not in human beings' river. This river is toward the universe, is toward heaven. So carefree, and you row it higher and higher because all the Shenzhen practice is building a bridge between our humanity life and heaven's life and the universe, between humanity and universe. So this bridge is the Shenzhen practice. Therefore, this movement, you can experience it very clearly. With each stroke, you go higher. With each movement, your heart is letting go more. Therefore, knowing the contemplation will help us practice better, understand this form better. Today is our first class. It's just open to everybody. So I will go faster and do a general, like a bridge, right? A general practice, general description. And the next class, we can practice and go in more to the detailed points. Today, however, we also have communication time. I will leave some time so you can connect with us, you can dial in and can share your feeling when you practice this form, this movement. Let me continue. The next paragraph is brilliant. It's so important. It says the Shenzhen's idea toward this life. Other people say, do you hear that? Many people say, oh, we come to earth to suffer. We come to this life to suffer. Do you hear that? I hear it very often. Here, the Shenzhen practice tells us we come to earth to enjoy, not to suffer. So, who gave the conclusion we come to earth to suffer? It's wrong. It's very wrong. Let me read this. Life originates from nature. What is nature? Every creation from the designer of this universe. Who designed this universe? The designer, the creator. No matter what the designer designed or gave, this is nature. On earth is nature. In the entire universe is nature. So life originates from nature. It didn't say life originates from God. No, this is not that religion's understanding. This is very natural. Who designed this universe? This nature is from the designer. It should be as if you were born and never suffered any pain nor ever had any worry. As I said, you were just born. You never suffered. So go back to that state. You are innocent and carefree as a newborn child. It's wonderful if through daily practice, everyday's practice, we are always connected to that carefree, worry-free baby. This life is a happy life. This life is a beautiful life. full of vitality and beauty. Life was given to humanity to enjoy. Important thing we repeat 3 times. Life was given to humanity to enjoy. Life was given to humanity to enjoy. In return to simplicity and in becoming childlike, one can find one's true nature. One can enjoy life under any circumstance. So even we cannot avoid some pain, we have neck pain, or we have broken heart, someone left us. This is not avoidable, non-avoidable. Even at that moment, how can you find your original self? How can you find that newborn child? So brave, so powerful. Life is beautiful. After today, there is still tomorrow. The power of beauty. How do we balance lose something and still looking forward to gain our experience? So, talking until this point, it's time to stand up, practice a little. And Sigal, while we are practicing, could you please read until this part? Maybe read until this moment connects heaven and earth and the universe up to there. Read it slowly, please. So everybody, please, I invite you stand up. Ready? Follow me. Begin. 1, 2, and continue.
Boat rowing in the stream of air. This is a very soft and gentle movement. This cultivates virtue and good character. Clouds rise up from the mist. The heart follows the mind. Cheerful thoughts are wandering through the mind. You are carefree and light, as if flying through the clouds. Life originates from nature. It should be as if you were born and never suffered any pain, nor ever had any worry. You are innocent and carefree as a newborn child. Life was given to humanity to enjoy. In returning to simplicity and in becoming childlike, one can find one's true nature. One can enjoy life under any circumstance. There are seeds of joy planted everywhere in the world. Lightness of heart is the essence to finding this blessed joy in one's life. This movement connects heaven and earth and the universe.
Continue practice with me. Sometimes when we have some heaviness feeling, heavy feeling in our heart, as we mentioned before, we lost someone, or we don't have good emotion, or we feel mistreated, misunderstood. You can practice this movement in standing or even in sitting. When you open your arms, also open your heart. Go back to the childhood. Better visualize at the beginning of your birth. A new being, a new baby come to this earth. You receive the blessing. And at that moment, you were the purest soul. How do we go back to that state? This movement is like a polishing our soul, relieve the heaviness, softening our body. Your hands, your legs move together. Synchronize the movement. The movement finish at the same time. Move your elbow, your knees at the same time. When the hands coming back, the knees just naturally straightened. Everything is seamlessly connected. Just like this contemplation mentioned, it connects us with the universe, connect our soul, our spirit with nature. Heaven, in this sense, doesn't have the religion's meaning. After you die, you go to heaven or you go to hell. No, in this sense, heaven means the powerful place, full of vitality, full of upright state, purity, vitality, beauty, upright. That's the meaning of heaven. Nature is everything that the designer created. At this moment, there is no good, no bad. We want to return to simplicity. So letting go our negativities. That's the first feeling we will have when we practice movement. That's usually the first experience we all gain. Just feel delightful, right? So when you have heaviness feeling, especially heavy emotion, this movement will help you to get rid out of the bad emotions. Stop. Sit down, please. Maybe in this lesson one, we don't have enough time to explain the second part. It draws the chi of the universe into your body through 5 energy gateways. So the physical movement connect with energy. And at the end, it says, this movement is good for all kind of internal diseases. how can this movement be good for all internal diseases? We have to let the qi go through, no blockage. If your heart is half open, half closed, itself already has a blockage. So first of all, we have to let the heart open, let the qi going through, and we can connect ourselves as a Wi-Fi. We can connect with heaven and earth and the universe. Then the healing power starts. So we can't just read it. Oh, practice more. It would be good for my internal diseases. And I do it like gymnastics. Maybe it's good for the physical body, but inside your wound, heart, and some other emotions like anger agitate our liver the most. Fear agitate our kidneys the most. This kind of emotions, how can we soften them, treat them? Only by an open heart and understand what movement is doing, understand the contemplation. Then the effectiveness is really maximized. So here we have 20 minutes left. I would like to invite our practitioners to share your understanding, your feeling, and your thoughts about the first moment, boat rowing in the stream of air. You can raise up the hand.
Yes, please feel free to type in the chat, or if you like, you can click on reaction, raise hand.
Raise hands because this is a exchange class. So I really need our practitioners come up to share your feeling. In a way, this class is so-called joined up class. So I'm leading the class. You are participating. You are also part of the class. I'm not the teacher. In this class, I'm only a tourist guide. I'm very good tourist guide. One of the best tourist guide in this universe. And please join this tour group. And you are one of the teachers. This is the design of this program. Everybody has a share. Everybody has something to give.
We have Lisette. Lisette, are you raising your hand?
There are many experienced practitioners. What's your thoughts? What's your feeling when you practice this movement? How did this movement help you?
Please unmute. Michelle?
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Jing. That was so wonderful. I don't normally speak, but I just feel moved to. I had a very bad night's sleep last night. I kept waking up. There's a lot of stress in my life, a lot of very difficult situations, not just one. There's two or three. And I've been feeling I'm struggling a lot. However, just doing this and being reminded of every single sentence, the power and the way you talked about every sentence, I could feel everything just receding. And I came back to some peace. So thank you. It was very, very powerful. And it doesn't matter how bad you feel, there is a way to recover yourself back to your original state, that newborn feeling of no worries, no cares, no fear. Like it doesn't change the situation, but it brings you back to a way
Well,
of
Michelle, actually, I don't know what kind of difficulty you are encounter, but just looking at you, you really look well, and you are a wonderful, wonderful mom. You allow your children to be the way they want to be. You know, not many of us we can do that. You're brilliant on that. So I think if you can support them in that way, no matter how difficult the future difficulty you encounter, for sure you can go through. It's all in your heart, Michelle. The power is with you. When
Yeah.
you feel relaxed, they are okay.
Mm.
When you feel relaxed, the people surround us. I'm not just talking about our dear Michelle because I know her. Each one of us, even some of us we just met first time today, everybody is the same. When we are relaxed, we go back to our original state. We know this life, in a way, later on, maybe not the first moment, maybe until number 5, we'll talk about the universe has, some people call it creator, some people call it God, some people call it Allah. Anyhow, if something is pre-designed, maybe could that be our life is also pre-designed? You know, all of us are like picked up by directors. Huh? Everybody is playing a play. This life, you were born as a man. This life, you were born as a woman. We have this difficulty, that difficulty, just like a play. But we have to go on, play it well. So no matter what, we just have to recruit energy. That's most essential. We have to live. We don't want to die. You know the common thing. That's why many people love Shenzhen. It's not only we have a beautiful philosophy. We talk about unconditional love. Also because we have very beautiful practice and useful practice, very effective. They do it, they gain energy, they feel well. So here, I just want to, I guess this kind of thing, Michelle also won't say it in open, in this public. I just want to take this chance to remind all of us, resides into the heart. And this Wi-Fi, this channel is still within the spirit and the car. Find the car, find the spirit. Connecting our Wi-Fi with the designer. We have to go on, play a good play.
I just also want to add as a learning experience that sometimes I forget the power of Shenzhen and I get caught up in life, but it's always there. And it when you really deepen into it and allow it, then it does what it says.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You see, that's what I mean. Each one of us, each one of you is a teacher. I'm only a tourist guide. Just within what you said, Michelle, that's beautiful sharing, beautiful teaching. We often forget if we allow. This is what you said.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. Okay, we have Svi. Hi, Svi.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Jing. Yeah. To me, this movement with the contemplation gives the really feeling of freedom. Really feel free and really feel the trust of the way, the trust of the process. And again, like Michelle said, just to remind myself to keep practicing, not to. The thing is, it's easier. I already feel when it becomes heavy or uncomfortable. I already know I have to practice more and go back on track. So it's really good to know that I'm on the highway. Like,
Mm. When you practice this movement, Zvi, is there something just belong to you, the feeling? How do you feel? Like this carefree, it remind you what?
I go back to my first memory in life.
Mm.
My first memory in life is like I'm laid down in the baby, how do you call it? The baby wagon.
Mm.
And I watched it. I tried to touch the trees,
Mm.
and it's like in the wind, it's moving the branches of the trees. And this reminds me also of this movement.
Oh.
And it's a special, really, really innocent. I have not done nothing wrong yet. This is a good feeling before I started to do something wrong.
The wrong thing is also out to be. It's like black and white, like yin and yang. If there is no yin, there won't be there won't be yang existing. There's an interesting novel. I think it's a novel. I didn't read it. Someone explained to me. So like yin yang, people call who are governing the yang side God, and people call who are governing inside. It's like a God of devil, huh? God of heaven and God of devil. There was an interview with or communication with the God of devil. He said, I want to suck all the bad energy from people. And there is enough bad energy. I never miss bad energy. So I'm getting stronger and stronger. So the interview goes on. So maybe you want to win the entire world. It's all become bad. We all have bad karma, bad. He said, no, please not. Because without yang, I won't exist. You think I want you all be bad? All have bad energy? No, I don't. Some is already enough. I don't want all. So I need to have yang in order to exist. So he doesn't want everybody has bad emotion and feeling bad. How interesting. Mm. Okay.
Thank you, Svi. We have Bibi here. Hi, Bibi.
Hi. Thank you, Jing. This is the first movement I learned in Shenzhen, and probably the one I've done most. And it's when I do it, I feel I open like the 5 gateways. I focus on the 5 gateways and feel connected to the earth and heaven, earth, everything. And also, I feel I'm opening and receiving chi, and it goes to Dantian, and it strengthens the Dantian very much. And I feel very light. After practicing this one, I feel very light. It's like when you walk afterwards, you feel your body is like 20 kilos lighter and more energized. And also, it makes me relax my mind and worrying thoughts. You forget about things that's been bothering you because I also feel so light. So it's like it's so easy to let go of worries. So this is a very good moment. very useful, very effective.
Mm.
So yeah, I
You know,
think
Bibi, while you are talking about this 5 energy gateways and energy goes to Dantian, while you are talking about this, my Dantian is getting warm.
really,
Yeah, just
yeah.
while you are talking about this. Because I remember when I did it in the beginning, it's more like, my father always correct our physical movement, right? The hands, the synchronization, turning the head. So in the beginning, this practice was like a movement, a pure movement. I just want to get it right. And one day I read the contemplation. I remind myself, what is carefree? What is flying? How can I practice this movement like no more weight, very light? Eh? After a few days, I found a feeling like the qi from Dantian blows movement, like blow a balloon. The balloon is so small, and you blow it, whoo, expand. I just visualize my Dantian as a blowing point. It flies, expand, and receive more qi from the 5 energy gateways, and condense qi back to Dantian. And from Dantian, I have more power to blow, woo, going out. And that feeling gave me the understanding what is flying, what is carefree, what is light.
Beautiful. Yes. This floating feeling of being very light and soft and floating. It's beautiful.
Mm. Thank you, Bibi.
Okay, we have one more from Lizette. Hi, Lizette.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Teacher Jing. Yes, so this movement was the first movement that helped me to understand my own suffering. And from the suffering, I've learned to, the first sentence that I remember learning from Master Lee was the power of intention is so immense. When we summon the chi, the universe responds. And that took a long time for me to understand. And so I use the power of intention every day, but in a way, this is a question and a statement. When you said that, set the intention, and and then the heart follows. But lately, my heart sets the intention, and the mind follows. Which
Wow, this is a high level.
oh,
Yes, yes.
yeah. So my intention every day is joy. And this movement has allowed me to be with my younger students that are in
Mm.
20 to 24, and they are truly addicted to suffering.
Mm.
And now, grief is an entire vastness of the universe inside of the heart that I feel like I'm just beginning all over again with learning about grief, um, and all of the suffering that might take us to joy. And so I'm so happy we're doing this movement to help me
Mm.
understand that again. So anyway, that's where we're at. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Lisette, for sharing. That kind of experience tells us we can try to do everything correct, but we cannot make sure people around us, whether it's our student or might be even our own daughter, our own son, making some mistake. This mistake you cannot avoid. Everybody will make mistake. It's a part of life. So for us, for the Shenzhen teachers, what do we learn is letting go. Maybe not everybody knowing Michelle's story. I just admire her as a mom. She let her child to be the way her child wants to be. And that's already difficult. And no matter it's our Shenzhen student or university student or our neighbors, our children, let them choose their way. If there is a mistake, they have to commit a mistake. If they have to experience a mistake, then we also let them, and not to suffer together with them. Maybe at that moment they suffer. Later on will be an experience. Whole life, what is most important thing before we go? This again, when we talk about movement number 10, right? The closing movement, we'll talk about what we cannot forget is experience. We cannot take our car with us. We cannot take our jewelry, our house with us. We cannot take our family members together go with us. But the only thing we can take is life experience. And at the last moment, usually is the beautiful memory. We take them with us. So we try to have most beautiful memory as possible. So sometimes if things look bad, actually it's better for future. Sometimes a thing look brilliant, happy, and boom, bad thing can happen behind that. So this yin-yang change, we learn a lot from the Shenzhen practice. Thank you so much for sharing, Lisette. So you see, everybody, this is our new class. We never had a class like this, and this is always some program I want to offer. I want to be the tourist guide. I explain people what I led before, what I experienced before, because my father received the movement, and I received this software. So I still have a deep, deep memory when I received it. What's the feeling? So while I'm alive, I want to pass this on to lead the tourist group going through this trip. And each one of you are also part of the teachers. We are teaching each other. We're weaving our understanding together to make a whole fullness, to make something complete. It's not only one side view, not only I read and I explain. I also welcome all of you join to give your perspective, your understanding. And I think the price we pay is this chance, to come together, to have the full picture. Not only enjoying the movement, doing the movement correctly, gracefully, but also knowing the software in a fully combined scenery. That's my wish. And at the end, please, we ask Sigal to read the entire contemplation. Lesson 2, I will continue what I haven't explained and haven't showed to our group. Okay, please stand up and practice this first movement. Meanwhile, listen to Sigal's reading. You take which part, no matter it's from Michelle, no, from Zvi, from Bibi, from Lisette, no matter whose sentence touch your heart the most, or from my explanation, take that pinpoint as the concentration of this practice. The life is given to enjoy, not to suffer. Ready? Boat rowing in the stream of air. Begin.
It's a very soft and gentle movement. This cultivates virtue and good character. Clouds rise from the mist. The heart follows the mind. Cheerful thoughts are wandering through the mind. You are carefree and light, as if flying through the clouds. Life originates from nature. It should be as if you were born and never suffered any pain, nor ever had any worry. You are innocent and carefree as a newborn child. Life was given to humanity to enjoy. In returning to simplicity and in becoming childlike, one can find one's true nature. One can enjoy life under any circumstance. There are seeds of joy planted everywhere in the world. Lightness of heart is the essence to finding this blessed joy in one's life. This movement connects heaven and earth and the universe. It draws the chi of the universe into your body through the 5 energy gateways: the soles of the feet, the center of the palms of the hands, and the crown of the head, to the dantian, the storehouse of energy below the navel. While doing this movement, chi surrounds your entire body and enters through the skin pores. This movement is good for all kinds of internal diseases.
Last time. Finish. 中天 moment. Ready? Blow. Thanks everybody for joining. So today is only lesson 1, as we said. In the beginning, it's the heart follows the intent, because I mentioned when we were 3 years old, what do we know? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, when we come to the high level, if we start to cultivate our heart, later on, the heart guide the intent. That's why I conclude. That's why I told Lisette. She said her intent follows the heart. I said, wow, that's high level. So this kind of knowledge all are essential toward our well-being, toward enlightenment. I hope you enjoy this kind of guidance, and hopefully we will be together in lesson 2. Lesson 2, I will concentrate more on the healing part. The first movement, how do we practice to increase the healing effect? Because we know the contemplation said this is good for all internal diseases. Okay. I give back the time to our host, Tanya.
Thank you, Teacher Jing. Thank you, everyone, for participating. So if we felt something in our bodies and something in our heart, I hope we can continue to practice together and take the class for the full series. So I've added the link here. Please join us for the whole series and really go deep dive into this form, the meaning of the words, and discussing what it means for us in this very moment. And
Maybe Tanya remind everybody we have World Peace Meditation hosted by Shenzhen every Wednesday and Saturday, and people can find the link in our description.
yes, please join us for World Peace Meditation every Wednesday and Saturday. Our link is right here. Right now we have a new timing, and please join us tomorrow. Okay, so I'd like everyone to welcome to unmute yourselves. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
All of you.
Teacher Jing. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Thank you so
Siddharth.
much, everyone. Thank you,
Thank you.
Tanya.
Thank you all.
Please
Thank you
share
all.
with
Thank you
everyone.
to all.
That
Thank
this
you.
class
Bye.
was good,
Thank
okay?
you very
You
much.
enjoyed it.
Bye.
Bye-bye.